So we brought this question up last segment. Next 5 Super Bowls, who you got? And excuse me, the top teams were Detroit, San Francisco, Chiefs.
Kansas City's got to get in there somewhere.
Chiefs. How about this one? Chargers with Harbaugh.
Ugh. Oh my God!
I'm not on the Harbaugh train yet. I'm not.
Yeah, I don't know if like Harbaugh's teams. Do you think a run first team can win a Super Bowl in this era? Like Harbaugh was gone for a long time, and his teams were always good. So his college teams always good. Yeah. The 49ers were really good, but then he left. What year did he leave the 49ers? Was it like 2011 or 2012?
I think like 2013 maybe.
Okay, 2013, yeah, because they went to the Super Bowl
in 2011.
Yeah, he played against his brother in the Super Bowl. They lost that one. All right, so like let's say they left 14, right?
Yep.
He's gone for 10 years.
Yeah.
It's the NFL in 2024 is completely different than it was in 2014. It's just salary cap wise, playing style is just a different game. And so what he wants to install, I just don't see that. I don't see that flying at a championship level. I think the Chargers will be better because they've upgraded with their head coach. He won't do crazy things like right. Staley did.
Yeah. Just going for it.
But just we're gonna do what we do, and even like his brother does.
Get mad.
In Baltimore.
Yeah,
I stand behind my players.
But no, I don't know. I'm gonna pass on my stock in the Chargers.
How about the Texans being in the top?
That's my team. That's my team.
Texans, I like.
It's everything you want to be as the Patriots, right? You took that quarterback in the top 3, you rebuilt it through there, you hit on the draft with some young wide receivers.
Rookie contract, yeah.
Awesome first-time head coach. You nailed the coach as well. Like everything you want to be as a franchise is what Houston is right now.
So you mentioned that the contract stuff too. How about those projections like C.J. Stroud could be making like $60 to $80 million a year?
Yeah, give it to him.
Jesus.
Yeah. Give it to him. All right, so where did the Patriots fall on this?
That's the question. Nobody voted for the Patriots or the Jets.
And I'm surprised.
Which team's further away 5 years from now? If you like Drake May as much as you do, you should say that the Jets are further away.
Okay. I like Drake May. But see, the Jets are tricky because I don't know what the Jets, because of their history, I just don't know what they're going to do. All right, so, okay, here's the positive. The Jets have drafted really well.
Yes.
Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, Sauce Gardner, they really have some good young draft picks. But they're the Jets, and they do stupid stuff. And they allow Aaron Rodgers to do whatever he wants. And their owner's crazy. And Robert Saleh, I'm not sure what he is. So after they implode this year or next year, what's the after effect of that? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
That's a good point. You know who's dropped is Buffalo. Buffalo's like in the mix at like 7 or 8, but like that's a team that like top 2 like 3 years ago.
Yeah.
I predicted that. I said they're going to have some issues.
Do you think that so with the Patriots, it's not just Drake May. So because a lot of these mock drafts of 2025, they all think the Patriots are going to be bad this year. They'll have a top 5 pick. So what would you do with the top 5 pick? Because the draft, you have a couple of quarterbacks. You got Shador Sanders and you got Carson Beck. But then you have some receivers. Would you take a receiver in the top 5? Would you do that?
A tackle.
Or would you take one of these great offensive tackles?
Take the tackle.
Take the tackle. All right, so you got Drake May. So you got your quarterback. You got your tackle. You hope Jalen Polk turns into like a good receiver.
Good number 1, yeah.
And, Demario Davis, Douglas. Excuse me. Pop Douglas.
Call him Pop. Pops. Pops.
You got your defense. Is that enough? Really, if you say the Patriots are going to be in the mix in 4 years or 5 years to win a Super Bowl, that means you have doubled and tripled down on Elliott Wolf. Because it's all the
doing
draft.
His job.
It means that not only do you draft good players, that you have drafted some great ones, that you have hit on 2 or 3 drafts, so much so that you have become the new Detroit Lions, because the Lions were like this a few years ago.
Yeah.
They were terrible. They got Jared Goff in that deal, and nobody wanted him. And then they draft Penei Sewell, and some people, they draft a running back too high, if you listen to some people. Jahmyr Gibbs, 12th.
Yep.
Bring in a second-round tight end in Laporta and just start building. You get a fourth-round receiver in Amon-Ra St. Brown, and here you are. According to me, you're going to win the Super Bowl.
Where'd St. Brown plays college ball?
USC.
Yeah, that's right.
The weightlifting family.
That's right.
You want to teach your son to work out? Take him to Amon-Ra St. Brown's dad. Owns a gym.
Maybe I just
Have
ship
your-
him there.
Have your son lift in the gym?
I'm going to take his video games away.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's a problem.
One of my favorite TikToks is when that dad takes that kid's video games outside, runs over with the lawnmower, and the kid has a nervous
Just
breakdown.
freaks out.
Dad, I'm so good at it. You're going to get a job. All right. All this is in relation to the success that Gerard Mayo has these
So
next
you got
5
it?
years.
So what do you think? 5 years? You'll be back dancing at some Super Bowl party in 5 years?
I don't feel that way.
You
I
do not?
don't feel that way right now.
5 years is a lot. It's like an eternity in football.
I know it is.
5 years. Who was the best team?
Look at Detroit in 5 years. Like that's your best case scenario. Like
I was going to
when
say
they brought Dan Campbell in and they stuck to their guns and they didn't fire the front office and they stayed together. It took them 3 years to get there, to turn that thing around. That should be your goal.
I mean,
here.
think about this. The Detroit story is incredible. It was just, when was it? It wasn't last year. It was this was Matt Patricia, old coordinator.
Yeah.
When they didn't they shut out Detroit? Didn't the Patriots beat Detroit?
31-0.
Or was
Dan Campbell's the head coach there.
So I'm saying it was a game here
Yep.
where they
It's
are
a zappy
just
game.
they beat Detroit, and Detroit looked like a mess.
Yeah.
You were better.
You were
just
better
a couple
than
years
Detroit,
ago.
yeah.
You were better than the Detroit Lions.
Yeah.
You felt sorry for them. Like, is this guy going to make it? This
He did.
Dan Campbell?
Yeah, he really
is he going to
did.
make it? What?
It's a good point.
This is your team? So I was going to say, hey, 5 years is a long time. Who was the best team in football 5 years ago? It was Kansas City. So it wasn't that long ago. But some teams that were good 5 years ago, you look at them now and say, oh, nothing special.
Hey, if you like that clip, check out more videos from Zolak and Bertrand right here. For more Patriots analysis and opinion, hit this playlist. And for all the latest from the Sports Hub, download the app at 985thesportshub.com.